Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome to the channel, guys. I'm back with another video here to break down Ohio State's 38-7 massacre of the Wisconsin Badgers. What a performance by the Ohio State Buckeyes today. They faced adversity. There was bad weather. It was pouring rain all game long, and every single player on this Ohio State team answered the bell today. They made a statement as to why they should be the #1 team in the country when the new AP poll comes out tomorrow. We had some great individual performances. J.K. Dobbins runs wild once again. He went for over 215 total yards in this game with 3 touchdowns. Chase Young terrorizing Jack Coan, that Wisconsin offense. 4 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, and about 100 quarterback pressures today from Chase Young. He's in on every single play, and people are finally giving him his credit for being the most dominant player in the nation. They're finally starting to talk about him as a legit Heisman contender. This kid's got 13.5 sacks through Ohio State's first 8 games. If Ohio State plays 14-15 games this year, Chase Young is going to easily surpass 20-plus sacks, which would completely obliterate the Ohio State all-time record. And I believe if he does that, he should be in New York with a chance to win the Heisman Trophy, because he's as impactful as any star quarterback, any star player at any position in college football so far this year. He is an absolute monster. He is unstoppable, unblockable, and the kid is just a complete animal. He's better than Nick or Joey Bosa ever were at Ohio State. He is a different level of dominance. But let's break down this game a little bit, how it all played out, and then we'll get into some of the numbers and some of the big individual performances from this game. So early in the game, it was really ugly. It was pouring rain, like I said. It was a defensive battle in the first quarter. Neither offense could get anything going. It was 0-0 at the end of the first. It was the first time Ohio State's been shut out in the first quarter at home since 2017 against Oklahoma. But in the second quarter, it's been Ohio State's quarter all season long. They have obliterated people in the second quarter. They started to get things going a little bit. They started running up tempo. Wisconsin couldn't really deal with it. Blake Hobble drills a 50-yard field goal to put the Ohio State Buckeyes on the board, 3-0. And that was a huge field goal at the time, because this felt like a game where it was going to be impossible for either offense to score. Hobble getting Ohio State up by 3 really allowed Ohio State's defense to really pin their ears back and really come after this Wisconsin offense. But Blake Hobble put them up 3-0 on Ohio State's next drive. Justin Fields would find Chris Olave on a 27-yard touchdown right before halftime, putting Ohio State up 10-0 at half. And at that point, you kind of felt like the game was pretty much over, because Wisconsin's offense is not built to come back. So 10 points, especially in bad weather, felt like 20 points. But right on cue to start the second half, Ohio State goes 3 and out. Justin Fields gets sacked again. He was sacked 5 times today, holding onto the ball a little bit too long. And Drew Chrisman gets his punt blocked. Wisconsin takes over at the 30. Jack Coan would throw a touchdown to A.J. Taylor, making it 10-7, and that's when the heart starts pumping. You start thinking about the old Penn State games or Michigan State games where you get blocked punts, you end up losing fluke games because of bad weather. But Ohio State answered the bell. They faced the adversity, and they got it done. Justin Fields comes down, has a 10-yard rushing touchdown on a great drive from Ohio State right after Wisconsin scores. They answer back just like that. 8 plays, 75 yards in 2 minutes, putting Ohio State up 17-7. And then from there, Ohio State just rolled. Chris Olave caught another touchdown. J.K. Dobbins ran all over Wisconsin's defense, and the Buckeyes cruised to a 38-7 win. Justin Fields was battling a sore back all day. He kept getting hit in the back, falling on his back. So he was in the tent for a little bit. Hopefully he's going to be all right. He played through it, so I don't think it's anything serious. But we need Justin Fields to stay healthy. There's no secret about that. Ohio State does not have the depth at the quarterback position, so hopefully he can be good to go next week. Ohio State does have a little mini bye here. They don't play till November 9th against Maryland. But a huge statement win for the Buckeyes, 38-7. Chase Young had his Heisman performance tonight. 4 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles. He completely dominated this game all game long. He was in the Wisconsin backfield all game. If he didn't get a sack, he was pressuring the quarterback to make a bad throw, or he was in there making a big tackle on Jonathan Taylor for a loss. Jonathan Taylor got completely shut down in this game, and everybody coming into the game said Jonathan Taylor was the best running back in the country. Well, I have news for you right now. J.K. Dobbins now holds that title as the best running back in the country. He rushes for 163 yards. He has 58 receiving yards, 3 total touchdowns. He just ran over this Wisconsin defense. If you watch this game today and you watch J.K. Dobbins run and then you watch Jonathan Taylor run, it's not even close. J.K. Dobbins is a different animal this year. He's on a mission, and he should be in the Heisman conversation. He's got 1,100 rushing yards through the first 8 games. He's averaging over 7.3 yards per carry, just having a monster season. And Justin Fields. A lot of people wondered what he was going to do against this elite Wisconsin defense. While he wasn't spectacular in this game, he was really good in the second half. And every time Ohio State needed a big play, he delivered, whether it was with his feet or whether it was with his arm. He got it done for the Buckeyes today. 12 for 22 overall, 167 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He also ran the ball for 28 yards and a touchdown. So another 3 TD game for Justin Fields. He's now got 33 touchdowns on the season to just 1 interception. What a season that this kid is having. Chris Olave, like I said, 7 receptions, 93 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was big for Ohio State today because KJ Hill kept dropping the ball. Ohio State receivers kept their gloves on even though it was pouring rain. Joe Klatt kept saying, why don't you just take the gloves off? And Ohio State decided to keep them on. But a lot of drops in this game. Justin Fields' completion percentage probably should have looked a lot better, but a lot of drops. Chris Olave was sure-handed today, and he made some big third down grabs for Ohio State. 2 touchdowns, and he's just a big game performer. If it's a big game, Chris Olave is going to be there making big plays. Ohio State's defense really led the way in this game during the first half. Into the second half, allowed Ohio State's offense to keep getting the ball back, keep getting chances to get their offense going. But man, how good has this Ohio State defense been this year? It's just unbelievable, the turnaround from last year to this year. I know I keep saying this, but they allowed 25.5 points per game last year, over 400 yards, and now they're like the number 1 defense in the country. They're allowing 210 yards a game. They're giving up 8 points per game. This is the 6th straight game that Ohio State has held their opponent to 10 points or less. They got NFL players all over the field. This is a complete Ohio State team in 2019, not to mention they have an elite coach. Yes, I said it. Ryan Day is an elite coach. He's one of the best coaches in college football, and he's a guy that everybody had doubts on coming into the season. They doubted Justin Fields. A lot of people said he was overrated. They doubted Ryan Day and said, oh, well, what are they going to do without Urban Meyer, really? They can't be that good. He can't match what Urban Meyer did. Right now, you're seeing Urban Meyer's recruiting without Urban Meyer, because Urban's game planning, his X's and O's kind of fell off a little bit his last couple years. Ryan Day is an absolute offensive guru, and he's doing a great job as CEO and head coach of this Ohio State team. He's got them motivated every single week. They're hungry. They're out to prove a point. It doesn't matter who they're facing. They're going to get dealt with the exact same way. So this is the best Ohio State team I've seen in a long time. The most complete team. They are for real this year. So I think Ohio State has a chance to obviously run the table, get back to the college football playoff, and get a chance this year to get their spot back up, get their spot back on the top of the college football mountain. But we obviously have a long way to go. They're 8-0 right now. Still got Maryland, and then you got Rutgers, 2 easy games, and then you end the year at home against Penn State, on the road against Michigan, and then the Big Ten championship. So like Joe Klatt said, Ohio State's going to have as tough of a route to the college football playoff as anybody. Playing Penn State, Michigan, and then a Big Ten championship game 3 weeks in a row. Still a very tough path, but this Ohio State team is 100% capable. This is probably going to be the hardest game that they play until the college football playoff. The fact that it was in such bad weather conditions against a really good defense, a really good running back, a good game manager in Jack Cohn, and they answered all the questions today, completely obliterating Wisconsin 38-7. So I'm so proud of these Buckeyes, proud of J.K. Dobbins, Chase Young, Justin Fields, the entire Ohio State defense, the offensive line that continues to just block at a ridiculous level. Like, this O-line has been amazing this year. They had a lot of questions coming into this season, and they have been beyond elite so far in 2019. So Ohio State, big win, 38-7. They make a statement today that they should be the best team. They should be the number 1 team in college football, And it's just a great day if you're an Ohio State fan. Let me know what you guys think thought of the game down below in the comment section. What did you think of Chase Young's performance? How good is this kid? The most dominant defensive end you've ever seen in college football, at least for a season? I think he has a case for that. What about Justin Fields? You like the way that he answered the bell today? Showed up, made big plays when it counted, faced adversity, and he did not fold under pressure. Put himself really out there the entire game with the bad back. He's not afraid to go out there and take a hit even though he's dealing with the bad back. And how about J.K. Dobbins? Clearly showing today that he's the best running back in the country, just having a huge season. Let me know all that stuff down below in the comment section, guys. I thank anyone who watched this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will check y'all later. Go Buckeyes, and everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend.